impatient. How much longer will it take? How can I help my Scorpius force to conquer the Earth more quickly? Cybercon, we finally have an immense fighting force, and you have me to lead them.
What I need now is the energy to power our war machine. That is your next mission.
Of course, Cybercon must need enormous amounts of energy to fuel himself. And we need Cybercon on our side for as long as possible.
So what kind of progress have you made in Jet City, Vax? Show me.
My liege, since you gave me the mission of occupying Jet City, I formulated what would be required to reach our goal of taking over their steelworks without losing any of our forces. Now let me show you how easy it will be to do it. Cybercon gave us this new present just today.
But is this robot maneuverable enough?
Not only is it mobile, but it has new design features that I'm sure you'll find useful for terrorizing and conquering the populace. I have put Olaf in command of the robot. He led the charge into the city and has been very successful in persuading the citizens that their cooperation will buy them a happy future.
Citizens, we mean you no harm. Surrender and we will coexist peacefully.
Ah, brilliant, Vax. Your peace-preaching robot will make Jet City ours for the taking in a matter of just a few hours.
I focused microwave beams on the city. Their calls for help can't be heard by the outside world.
Unfortunately, by thwarting communications, you can only delay our biggest problem. It is only a matter of time before the Eagle Riders come to visit. This time, we will be ready.
Please cooperate. Clear all streets so civility can return to your fine city. Mayor Dalton, come out so we can negotiate further. Mayor, your city needs you now. Let's negotiate for the common good.
Dad, I'm scared.
Robot is coming! Citizens, you must obey. If you resist, you will be crushed.
We only fire on the commander's word. Let's do it. Ready?
Go, Commander!
Mayor! Please, don't shoot! Why not?
Yeah, why not?
If we use force against that thing, we would be risking our entire city.
And if we don't, it still may decide to destroy us.
We gotta take that risk, Dad. At least we'll know we went down fighting.
You think shooting at that thing without any other backup plan is the best way for us to survive?
Yes, no one can help us now. Ready?
Let me talk with them.
We have no plans to hurt any of you. You are all very important to us. Without people, we couldn't be productive. But if you Earthlings insist on resisting our offer of peaceful cooperation, then you should know that your chances of surviving in any way would be very slim indeed.
As the mayor of Jet City, allow me to say that we plan to cooperate fully with you. We welcome the Scorpius.
You mean that?
I pledge that none of us will in any way resist your friendly occupation of our fine city. Is that what you want?
Exactly, Mayor. I appreciate your grasp of the situation. We will also need the use of your steelworks to do some minor repair.
We want you to know that what's ours is yours during your stay. Feel free to use all of our facilities.
Report to the Global Security Council number G1X52, submitted by Hunter Harris. The Scorpius Force completely occupied Jet City and the world didn't know about it. They took over the steel factory and forced most of the citizens to labor under slave-like conditions. We would never have found out except for a courageous man who used his brains to save the entire city.
Well, everything seems to be humming right along, eh, Vax?
I've arranged 2 shifts, so the humans are working day and night, sire.
At this rate, we'll achieve our goals within 6 months, provided the people of Jet City continue to put their noses to the grindstone. Don't you agree, Dalton?
Yes.
I'm glad you agree. Otherwise, we might have to motivate your workers by doubling their workload. Then even you might be handed a hammer.
I thought my dad had some guts, but he turned our city over to them without a fight! Coward!
Well, see you tomorrow, Mayor.
Your pa's home, son. Greg? Greg? I think I need to explain some things to you.
That you're afraid to fight them?
Not true.
How can you say that after what you've done? Turning our city over to those Scorpius Force bullies! Why didn't you fight them? With the Scorpius in control, there's not much hope for us. If only there was some way to get help from outside our city. Huh? Oh. The cellar. What could he be up to?
Son, I'm ashamed I've kept this from you, but I couldn't take a chance of anyone knowing about this. This is an antique shortwave radio. The frequency that it transmits isn't affected by the Scorpius's communication blocking devices. This is our only chance to get through to the outside world.
Ah, sorry, I should have known better than to think my dad's a coward.
That's right.
Since you didn't tell me about this, what else could I think?
Uh-huh. Let's dial in the Eagle Riders. When they hear what's happening in Jet City, I'm sure they'll get here on the double.
It's an emergency band shortwave signal.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Go ahead, Avery. Dial that signal in.
Eagle Riders, Jet City has been taken over by the Scorpius. Do you read me?
We read you loud and clear.
This is Mayor Dalton. The reason you haven't heard about the Scorpius force occupying Jet City is because Vax has blocked all other forms of communication. We urgently request your help immediately. Repeat, immediately. They have a huge robot and have enslaved our people. They're using our steel mills to make weapons. Help us!
I'm sorry, we can't help you.
But don't you understand? This isn't a joke. You have simply got to help us.
If you think I don't know a prank call for help when I hear one, you're wrong.
Eagle Riders, you've got to believe me. You're our only chance.
Better stick to crank phone calls, buddy. Understand? Over and out.
But I'm not No, it just can't be. How could they not believe me? They knew it was a shortwave signal. They had to know it was coming from Jet City. They thought it was a prank. Now it'll take 2 days to charge the battery up enough to try again.
No one will help. I can't believe this is happening.
You knew it was an emergency call the whole time.
Let's get to Jet City.
Right.
I gotta do something. I guess I'll let my slingshot explain to those aliens just how much I hate the Scorpius Force for what they've done. I'll give them a taste of their own medicine. Should I hit him first?
Oh, so nice.
Maybe I should hit one of his guards so I won't draw attention. Nah, let's nail the #1 guy instead.
Quicker than we thought. So you can...
What?
Oh!
Get that rat! Over here!
I dismissed Dalton's plea for help because the Scorpius like to eavesdrop. I like to surprise him by just dropping in on him. I think we better run while we can. I didn't want to reveal my super identity to the mayor's son, Greg. Sometimes it's a lot easier to get information and move around when you're just a regular guy. At least you know your dad has done the best he could in this situation.
Yeah, but his best plan blew up in his face.
Just what do you mean?
He asked the Eagle Riders for help and they let us down.
Really?
Yeah, they wouldn't help us.
They might still.
They won't be coming. They thought we were kidding. They thought our distress call was a prank, so they said goodbye and cut us off. Hey, I really want to thank you for rescuing me from those goons. You're more of a hero than all those Eagle Riders put together.
I'm sure they would have helped if they could.
Well, they probably don't even care about a steel town like Jet City.
Greg, I bet you're wrong about that.
Hey, you weren't there! You didn't hear them! It was awful!
Greg, listen to what I'm about to say. Try to be calm.
Well, now I've pulled myself together. What is it?
You guessed wrong about your dad. You might be wrong about them.
No way!
Appearances aren't always what they seem. By staying positive, you help things work out better than you ever imagined they could be.
Well, I am positive that I don't see them coming. If the Eagle Riders were going to show up, they'd already be here by now.
They may be here now.
Yeah, right. They won't come here unless we radio them again.
I understand just how you feel, but I want you to promise, no matter how bleak it looks, don't give up. Now, I want you to lie low here while I go check things out.
Sure. That's no problem, buddy. I could use 40 winks.
Well, see ya.
Well, that guy's no Eagle Rider, but at least he helped. That's a real friend. Wait, what'll they do to my dad after what I did with my slingshot? I gotta help him.
You wanted to see me about something, General.
Your son Greg's becoming a problem.
But he's just a boy.
That didn't stop him from trying to inflict injury on our esteemed leader with a slingshot. He almost hit him.
Sir, we found this at the mayor's house while we were searching the cellar for his son. It's an old shortwave radio, and it's still operational, my liege.
Papa!
Hey, it's you, son. Run away. You've simply got to get away, son.
This time you're not getting away, Pop.
I'm so glad I could reunite you two, so you could say your final goodbyes to each other. What?
Just what is that?
Huh? No.
Guess who? What a welcome surprise! Your call for help didn't go unnoticed.
Get her!
Check this out.
Well, now that it's just us, maybe we can have a little chat. Allow me to introduce you to a new friend of the Scorpius, Eagle Riders. When you see it, you'll know you're in way over your heads.
And here it is.
Happy boy, you won't believe it, but the Eagle Riders control me now.
What? How can it be? They've taken over our robot.
You guys have got it all.
Just a small sample of what it takes to defend the global good.
Huh. I think it's time to get going.
We'll get
Come
you.
back here, you
won't
coward.
Get away.
Until the next time, Eagle Riders, ciao! I want a full report on how they commandeered that robot, understand? So long, you pathetic poultry!
No point!
Just relax. No one's gonna hurt you unless you force us to do it.
Say, we can give this to Dr. Keene for his birthday.
Sounds like a great gift, but where can we find enough wrapping paper to wrap this up? Now's our chance to get him.
Yeah, this is great. This reminds me of the Trojan horse story, but instead of Trojans, the villain is Cybercon.
How'd we get outside that robot so fast?
One thing you can be certain of. We are now going to play for my amusement. So hold on to your pin leathers, pinheads.
When I say so, spread out. Okay.
your visit. As much as I'd like to, you know I just can't retire you myself. Vax or Happy Boy will have the pleasure to take on that job.
Then take this!
I think it's time to blow all of you out! Like any good party, I am so glad I knew when to throw out the trash, you venomous vultures!
We'll get you yet! Vax and the Vorak have escaped.
We stopped Cybercon's stooges from taking over, but he got back his robot. And how did somebody named Happy Boy come so close to taking over Jet City? And what's his next target?
They did it. They saved our city, our people, our way of life. And to be honest, I'd given up on them helping us at all. I learned something today.
I learned something too, Dad.
By staying positive, you help things work out better than you ever imagined they could be. Appearances aren't always what they seem.
Ah! It's him! The friend who helped me! It's him!
I knew Greg had learned something important. You can read it in a book, hear about it at school, but Greg had learned it for himself. Never give up.
Don't forget me, my friend! I'll never forget you! Eagle Riders! Be careful out there! Come back and visit us again!
It's always gratifying to know you've affected someone's life for the better, and I knew that by helping Greg learn a valuable lesson, I was helping create more of the global good.